Good day to you all, and you're warmly welcome to the launch of the Family Cyber Clinic YouTube channel, where we discuss all things cyber. For so long, we have unnecessarily been exposing ourselves and our families to the dangers of the cyber world. And so on this channel, we intend to discuss all those concerns, questions, and issues that you have as a parent and as an adult, and equally as teenagers, around the following specific areas. Now, this list is not exhaustive. The idea is that it will grow as your questions increase. And let's go over those areas of concern. The first area is mobile phone security. We will look at the security around mobile phones. I know these days we are very quick to give our sons and daughters mobile phones, but the security concerns around mobile phones as a tool. We'll look at credit card fraud. We'll look at ransomware. I'm sure you've heard that name, recently, or maybe not. We'll look at webcam security. You know those little cameras you have on your laptops. Some have it on their TVs. We'll look at security around that. We'll look at broadband security. And then we'll look at this very controversial area. Laptops for my teen son, a laptop for my teen daughter. We'll look at security around that. And we'll have a few laughs as we do so. Now, this one is very close to my heart. You know, you buy a computer for the house and you mean well. The question you have is, where are you going to place this computer? Some decide to place it in the room, that's the lounge. Some decide to put it in a bedroom. We'll talk about those. And I don't know whether you've heard of the Internet of Things, IoT. You know, we talk about 5G, connected computers, connected cars, connected fridges, all those things, we'll touch on them. And then we'll talk about things as simple as passwords. How do I create a password? Do I even need a password? Another area that's close to my heart, that's on the list, is screen time. How much time do we spend on our little devices, on our computer, the monitor? And we'll talk about the concerns, security, health, and all that. We'll touch on those. Then we'll talk about parental controls. Now, many of the broadband providers, for example, have provided tools that allow us to control, the security around the broadband unit, the internet, and all that. And we will look at that and how we can enforce those going forward. Another one close to my heart is certifications. Now, I was very big on certifications as it regards or pertains to theater. You shouldn't watch a 12A if you're 10 years old. You shouldn't watch a 15 if you're 12, and things like that. But we'll translate it in internet terms, and how we should manage security around that. And we talk about piracy. You know, there's so many of our teen sons and daughters who feel they're entitled to everything. And so if a pirated video is being sold, they're very quick to get their hands on it, and then make a justification why that is okay. We'll talk about piracy. We'll talk about social media use, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, And there are many others, and we'll touch on those too. Then we'll talk about mobile applications that we allow ourselves and our sons and daughters download from the internet onto our phones, onto our computers. Well, suppose specifically we'll be looking at mobile applications. Now, it's important that you understand that this channel is your channel. It has been created specifically for you. And I do it because not a lot is being done. And I have a passion to equip, a passion to empower. If you've seen all the flyers for the channel, you see taking control back as the slogan. And there is a lot of depth in that. I really want us to take back control and not take these things for granted, because they're as dangerous, and I don't want to be dramatic, but it's no different from a rogue visiting our home, because that's how exposed we are and we can be. So the format is going to be unique, but it's unique because you will need to submit your most pressing questions, your queries, and issues that you have, that your teens have, that your friends have, but you do it by sending an email. If you look below in the descriptions, you'll find that the email address is listed there. You'll notice that I'm not saying it out loud because that is best practice. So I'll put it in the description, and then you take it from there and then send those emails. And you must send those emails because, in fact, if you don't send the questions, we don't spend enough time together. And the more time you spend in this forum, on this channel, the more equipped you will be. If the questions that you have are not related to the list that I showed or shared earlier, then don't worry about it. I will still address it as a concern during one of the episodes. Now, each episode I aim to upload would be 15 minutes long. That's the bare minimum. And then it could grow to up to 20 minutes, but I'll try and keep it long, or rather at 15 minutes. The idea there is that I don't want you sitting down getting bored. And that time should be enough to tackle 3 or 4 questions at a go. One video will be uploaded each week. And of course, as the questions increase, we may have to raise that to 2 or 3. But we start with 1 video upload a week. And it'll be around about the Thursday mark. Now, because this is a launch and I'm introducing this package to you, the next time a video will be uploaded will be a week from now. So whenever you see this video, you know that there's another video coming a week from now. But if you don't ask questions, I will just go straight to the list. As I said, the list is not exhaustive, so there are other things that I'll bring along. But the idea is that you feed the narrative. We need to know, I need to know what's most important to you. Interesting times. But we, as parents, are going to claim, we're going to take back control. I will also have a session or a section, and I'm at the moment today I'm calling it "What's New in the Clinic," but it may change. And that section or session will be targeting what's trending in our world, what's in the news, what's in the media. For example, I know that WhatsApp have recently said that you must change all your passwords because of a bug that they found. Things like that, I'll make sure that I talk about it during the week. But it's going to be real time. So as near real time, I should say, as possible. But the idea there is that we are informed and we're up to date. So that session or section will be called "What's New in the Clinic." And then from time to time, we will have live sessions where you will have an opportunity to engage me or engage with me real time. And that excites me because we get to ask questions and you hear, those who are tuned in, will hear the conversations going. And again, I feel that will also be quite empowering. Now understand that this channel can only be as good and informative as you make it. And so I expect that you send in your comments, you send in questions. And I don't have all the information. I don't have all the answers. I'm just kickstarting this discussion. And as we grow, you find that you'll be empowered and you may even be getting information that I don't have. And there are many people who are more knowledgeable than I am, who may correct some of the things I am presenting. I am only making an attempt to empower you. And if anyone else wants to jump on the bandwagon to achieve my goal, beautiful. The more the merrier. And so it's going to be as good and informative as you make it. So I ask you that you should please send in your comments. And if you send in your comments, you find that gradually excellence, will be felt across the whole channel. I need to emphasize that the channel is not only for adults and parents. Teenagers are especially welcome to the Family Cyber Clinic. In fact, teenagers or young folk, your involvement is so important to the survival of this channel, because most of what I'm aiming to do is to protect you, because the world is so open. Our children, you, are very vulnerable. I know that many of our young ones are actually more technical, more knowledgeable in the technology space, in the cyber space, but equally they're naive as they engage the cyber world. And then my duty is to lead you, empower you, so that you can safely engage on the internet without any harm to yourself. And so it's a launch. It's the beginning. What I was not able to achieve via seminars and webinars, the good Lord has placed this burden on me and provided a platform. And that's the YouTube channel that we're launching today. Please, I want you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the bell so that you'll be alerted when a new video has been added to the channel. This is the beginning of an awesome journey of empowerment together. We can and we will take back control. The rogues lose and we win. Amen. Amen to that. I'll leave you with this PowerPoint. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the spring of life. I'm your host, Cyber Pastor Lawrence Lidem. See you next week.